situation. But this time, it sounds like we have to make the Institute. Haven't been able to confirm it, but that's the story we're getting. The Institute took out a bunch of raiders. If it's true, it may mean the Institute has come out of hiding. That doesn't sound like a good thing. Diamond City Radio will keep you updated with any developments in the story. You can count on that. Now you're going round with a song about an upstanding gentleman named Butcher Pete.
By Elder Maxon's orders, all forms of technology should be confiscated. Or collected.
Scanners detecting sentient life. Alert level elevated.
Who's there?
Standing down.
You again, Knight. You've come
Things been over there.
pretty well, actually. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
What about those feral ghouls? They still a problem?
With a vertibird at our disposal? Not a chance. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
Why use this distress pulsar?
Unless you could locate an entire radio station within the glowing sea, there's no way you're going to be able to send out a regular signal. Luckily, the distress pulsar's ping cuts right through the interference, and we'll be able to hear you as long as we stay close to the frontier. Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.
All right. Hopefully there's something useful here. Found some ammo. Better stock up.
Liberating the Commonwealth is a huge responsibility, but we'll get the job done.
If Dumb and Ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant.
Make sure you take plenty of radiation protection with you.
Geiger's going crazy on my suit. It appears that this facility is more than just bomb disposal. It's been converted into a launching silo as well.
I'm sure many of you have heard tales of the Railroad, a group working to free synths who are trying to escape the Institute. While it's impossible to say for sure,
keep boarding that garbage, you're going to slow us down.
back to hell! Terminate them! Send them back to hell!
There's Brotherhood, then there's everything else. Nothing in between. Getting drenched with water is just going to slow us down.
Hi.
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
Who's Atom?
Atom is all. He is the bringer of light, the great divider. He is the infinite worlds within all of us.
I'm looking for some bombs. Nuclear bombs.
You trivialize that which resides here. This place is holy. The children of Atom have sworn to guard this place until the time of the Great Divide. None shall enter.
What's this Great Divide?
One day, Atom will return, and his touch upon the Earth will bring the Great Divide. His glow will spread, it will illuminate, and it will birth infinite worlds from within us all.
Trust me, I'm on your side here. I want to help you out.
Atom has no need of help from non-believers. When he returns to us, these relics will carry his word and his glory to all corners of the Earth. That is why they must be safeguarded.
This man is obviously delusional. I recommend we switch tactics.
I want to spread his, glory. Look, the bombs will get used, okay? Isn't that what you want?
Perhaps then I have misjudged you. If you would see these relics used, then Atom's will is done. Take this, and prepare to enter his inner sanctum. Follow the brilliance of the glow, and it shall lead you to the relics. May Atom's radiance warm your soul.
To you, that doesn't seem old. To me, archaeological relic.
Sir? Sir? Sir?
Paladin Danse.
Now that this site's been secured, you should return to the airport immediately. I'll remain on watch until the vertebrates arrive.
Is that really necessary?
Absolutely. Elder Maxon's orders were quite clear. I'm not to take my eyes off these bombs until every one of them has been counted, tested, and loaded. If we want Liberty Prime to reach peak fighting efficiency, we can't afford to lose this stockpile. Dismissed, Knight.
We'll stop the Institute. For Maxson and for the Brotherhood.
Proctor Ingram.
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bomb...
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
Are you sure this is safe?
Of course. I've checked every connection, every circuit myself. Prime will hold together.
Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you...
Liberty Prime, back online.
All right, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime, Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all Red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning. Nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning. Power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel Red Chinese invaders compromised.
Got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
Up next is another favorite from Bella.
What was that he said about his power core?
Prime's in top shape, but his nuclear engine needs to be restarted. Right now, we have him running off of the Prydwen's engines. Once I get that sorted out, we'll send him off to kick in the Institute's front door. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
You think I'll need it for my next assignment?
I don't know, but it never hurts to be prepared. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Prydwen. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And Thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
Don't let Ingram catch you standing around. You'll be on report before you can blink.
proximity sensors green. Getting a 3-second ping back.
Adjusting internal bayonet pressure. Green lights across the board.
I have something urgent to report, Elder. The Institute is attempting to recover escaped synths at Bunker Hill.
How did you...
I have something urgent to report, Elder. The Institute is attempting to recover escaped synths at Bunker Hill.
In my experience, hot shots and...
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
Not at all. I have nothing to hide.
I find that very hard to believe. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Danse is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
Is Quinlan absolutely certain?
Proctor Quinlan validated the information numerous times. I can assure you, his results are accurate. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion. that M797 and Paladin Danse are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
You have to believe me. He never told me he was a synth.
Apparently, I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Danse is a synth. He represents everything we hate, a monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future, which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Danse and execute him.
Isn't there some other way?
Absolutely not. My decision is final. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Danse was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
No matter how many battles we win, there's always another fight ahead of us.
Bye.
Heard you gave those muties at Fort Strong something to think about.
Attention! Any soldiers who have not yet received a field assignment from Proctor Tegan should speak to him at once. That is all.
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Danse.
What do you know about this situation?
While I was decrypting all of the data you acquired from within the Institute, I came across a list. It appears that the Institute keeps exemplary records where their synths are concerned, including logging those that were reported missing. As I was perusing this list, I came across an image of Danse under the heading M797. A quick DNA comparison with our own records told the rest of the tale. I'm certain this comes as quite a shock to you, Knight. I'm sorry.
He'll be missed.
Doubtful. I wouldn't miss a synth any sooner than I'd miss a transistor radio. I was merely sorry that you'd been duped. No matter. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Danse had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Danse being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Danse up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
How did you hear about it?
There are no secrets in the Brotherhood. Maxon's made it clear that we're to locate Paladin Danse, and if we find him, report his location to you. That can only mean you've been sent to hunt him down.
Orders are orders.
Orders are orders? That's all you have to say? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Danse did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen! You're addressing a senior officer, and you will show him the respect that he's due. Or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Danse.
Yes, sir.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, sir.
Scribe?
This way. This way.
Scribe Haylen.
This way. This way. This way. This way. This way. This way. This way.
So, you're the new knight I heard about. Glad to have you on the team.
Haylen?
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Danse?
I haven't decided yet.
Well, before you do, I need you to listen to what I have to say. I've known Paladin Danse ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Danse.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because someone has to before you rush off and carry out Maxon's orders without thinking about what you're doing. Danse is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you. Not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
You'd have me disobey orders?
Can't you put the Brotherhood aside, even for a moment? Am I really asking that much? Just talk to him. Find out what's going on inside his head. Then weigh your options. If you still think he intends to bring harm to the Brotherhood of Steel, you do what you have to do. But if you see a glimmer of mercy or humanity behind his eyes, I beg you, let him run. Before the Prydwen showed up, Danse had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war US military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
If you're looking for another safe haven, there's shelter and supplies at the police station in Cambridge.
going down.
Attention. This is now a combat zone. You may suffer harm.
You're exceeding the maximum recommended payload for a ground unit, soldier. Only a non-human would be foolish enough to call this their home. I'm not surprised Maxson sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
Why didn't you tell me, Dance?
Because I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Haylen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxson even want me alive?
No. But I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that we're good friends, and this must be very difficult for you. I wish Maxson had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxson, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
If you really feel that way, why did you run in the first place?
The moment I learned the truth, I knew my life was in danger. I'm a soldier, so self-preservation kicked in. I needed to regroup and assess the situation. Once I got here, and I had some time to think, I realized I'd just made everything worse. I should have stayed on the Prydwen and accepted the inevitable. Like I said, I need to be the example, not the exception.
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I've made my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxson's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
No. I won't do it, Dance.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
I've already lost my family. I don't want to lose my friend.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I should consider how my death might affect the people that care about me. People like you and Haylen. Perhaps now that you've opened my eyes, I can consider my next move.
Whatever you decide to do, I've got your back.
Thank you, my friend. But I have my own path to follow. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success, or Maxim will just send someone else to hunt me down. Now, come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
Vault 81, don't worry. Next is Civilization by Danny Kaye.
Going up. Ground floor.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not his fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's still alive. Because you're wrong about him.
Him! Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, all the blood I've spilled in our name, how can you say that about
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you, Dance. Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. Millions, perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
You're comparing Dance to a nuclear bomb?
This machine might not be a bomb, but its goal is exactly the same. Place it where you want the damage done, and when you least expect it, it delivers a lethal blow without warning and without mercy. A precision strike delivered right at the heart of the enemy. How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory, and some of my memories aren't my own. But when I saw my brothers dying at my feet, I felt sorrow. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust, and I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity, and I thank you for it. Whatever you decide, know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Touching. Either you execute Dance, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
all the sacrifices I've made and all the battles I've fought for the Brotherhood, you need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well. I'm listening.
Just listen to me. If I've earned any of your trust or respect while I've served with the Brotherhood, then I'd gladly trade it to keep Dance alive.
You value this machine's life that much. So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Dance to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive, which leaves me with only a single alternative. Dance, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood Knight, and your remains were incinerated. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Prydwen, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you choose to ignore me, know you'll be fired upon immediately. Do we understand each other?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason you're still alive is because of him. I'm returning to the Prydwen Knight. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
Excuse me.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxon like that.
At least we know he isn't chasing you anymore. If you stay here, you should be safe.
That's an excellent suggestion. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post, but it will have to do. Besides, you're still gonna need my help, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you wander the Commonwealth alone. Now, you better get back to the Prydwen. In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable. If you ever need me, I'll be right here.
Can't you come with me now?
You heard what Maxon said. If I'm seen aboard the Prydwen, at the police station, or at the airport, not only would I be killed, I'd undermine his authority. I won't do that. But if you need me to take the fight anywhere else, I'll be there.
What about Halen?
I don't think Maxon knew she was involved, so she'll be safe. I'll contact her, and let her know what happened here. It's the least I could do.
Are you gonna have a problem killing synths?
I might physically be a synth, but my heart and mind belong to the Brotherhood. The Institute is still a tremendous threat to the Commonwealth. They possess technologies that need to be confiscated or destroyed. I promise you, I won't hesitate to pull the trigger on them.
Goodbye, Dance.
Farewell. I hope the next time we meet, it will be under happier circumstances.
Self-proclaimed legitimate businesswoman Bobby No-Nose has something of a reputation around the Commonwealth. That reputation may have contributed to recent talk of a less than legitimate endeavor of hers, except there's a bit of a twist. Bobby has very conspicuously disappeared. Word is, there's no trace of her in Good Neighbor, It's unclear at this time whether she actually pulled off the job she was rumored to have been plotting, or, if some have suggested, she crossed the wrong people and won't be seen anywhere again. Ever. If you get my meaning. Now here's It's a Man by Betty Hutton.
Trying to minimize reactor jitter, adjusting compression rate.
I have something urgent to report, Elder. The Institute is attempting to recover escaped synths at Bunker Hill.
How did you...
Stray radio signals keep pinging the array. Gonna try to filter it out.
Balonet Alpha at 93%, compensating.
I have something urgent to report, Elder. The
Getting a bit of a twitch on Prop 3.
I have something urgent to report, Elder. The Institute is attempting to recover escaped synths at Bunker Hill.
Attention! How did you obtain this?
I have something urgent to report, Elder. The Institute is attempting to recover escaped synths at Bunker Hill. I have something urgent to report, Elder.
Most folks that run with me don't live out the day.
Nothing's more satisfying than a smoking gun and a pocket full of cats.
Never thought a reporter could consider themselves a success until someone threatened their life. Me? I'm very successful. Anything I can do? You just say the word. Let me know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load. Or, you know, if you need anything proofread.
Enough of this slog. Just point us to the nearest watering hole.
Nothing stays hidden forever. At least, not if I have my say.
Can't wait to get out of this goddamn heat.
Maybe constantly trying to kill us, but Commonwealth never lacks for
So you got a ride of choice? I'm usually a mentat school myself. Makes me feel intellectual.
You hear about that farm run by ghouls? Isn't that something?
Time for one of our little chats, is it?
Hey, Sheffield.
I'd love to.
What do you think about coming to work for me?
Thank you. It's like I can finally think straight.
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
Hey there.
If you need a weapon, you've come to the right place.
I'll take a look, sure.
Here's what I've got. Looking for a weapon?
Let's see what you have.
Here's what I've got.
Hey.
I'm sure I've got something you need.
I'd like to trade some items.
Sure thing.
I'm sure I've got something you need.
I just want to trade a few things.
Okay.
You have no idea what it's been like scrounging around for 2 centuries with this ugly mug.
What have you got to trade today?
I guess maybe it's a good thing.
Look at you. 2 centuries, and your skin's as smooth as a baby.
What have you got to trade today?
I have seen reports of some fatalities, but my understanding is that things are now under control. So if you should happen to bump into someone from Vault 81, don't worry.
You know, things are looking up. I can feel it this time.
I think I got something in your size.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
Sure.
Not a lot of folks would travel
You need
with
something, monsieur?
even one with my kind of charisma.
Yeah?
Can you build me a mansion?
Or anything you might say.
All this walking's wearing me out.
Most folks are just looking for a hand. All you gotta do is offer.
Only thing better than getting pissed is picking fights. Am I right?
Huh? Yes? Huh? Huh?
Sometimes the direct approach isn't the best to take.
Spill it.
I have so much data in the world before the atom bombs. I fear I may have to delete some of it to store my new observations.
Man, you could really use a cigarette. Yeah?
Damn, really coming down.
Yeah?
My systems are eager to absorb new data. I found
Need something?
Anything I can do? We really have to get up.
I gotta be honest with you. I feel more comfortable with the rocky ceiling above my head.
Time
one
to
heck
kick
of a
some
gap,
ass.
Will.
Look at you. 2 centuries, and your skin's as smooth as a baby.
What?
Easy living, this ain't. Another day has begun. Made it another day in the Commonwealth. Lucky us. Do you need something, monsieur?
Not sure how much of this fresh air and sunshine.
Nature never ceases to amaze.
Hello, sir.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load.
Is there something you need?
Or, you know,
Come with
if you
me.
need anything.
I need your help.
Sure thing, General. At least it's not raining.
So, you ready to get this show up?
Most folks are just looking for a hand. All we gotta do is
You gotta love Butcher Pete, or love to hate him. Travis Lonely Miles here with the latest
Hey,
news update.
I'm listening.
Commonwealth. And this one.
Need something, General?
What are you thinking about?
Never a dull moment.
Your thoughts?
The Commonwealth's a lot bigger than I realized.
Just curious what you're thinking.
Best way to deal with the Brotherhood of Steel is to stay out of their way.
How are you feeling about things?
You probably think you're doing your best, but I know that you can do better.
What's on your mind?
Where to next?
Well, what do you think about our relationship?
Ask me again in a week or so. I'm still trying to figure out what makes you tick.
How do you feel about us?
You probably think you're doing your best, but I know that you can do better.
What are your thoughts on our relationship?
I'll be honest, I'm still trying to figure you out. But I haven't given up on you, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, nothing.
All right.
Damn it, where are you?
No point in leaving that for the scavengers.
sounding pretty good.
Only respite from the tedium and desperation of post-apocalyptic life. Diamond City Radio. If you've ever been in love, then you know how this one feels. It's the Ink Spots.
That just looks like... What do you need?
What now?
But they're worried the super mutants will come back in force. You better get over there before it's too late.
Those big, ugly bastards sure hit us hard.
I hope you're here to help.
Yes, I'm here to help. What's the problem?
Super mutants came through a few days ago. Only a few of them, but they did a lot of damage before we managed to drive them off. It was only a miracle that nobody got killed. But I'm afraid they'll be back, with reinforcements this time. We barely held them off the first time. We'd appreciate anything you can do to help us defend ourselves.
Okay. What am I doing?
Hi.
Yeah?
Anything you want to talk about?
I've worn out a lot of shoe leather since I joined the Minutemen.
How are you feeling about things?
I hear a lot of talk about the railroad, helping free synths and all that. They don't sound too bad.
Are things all right between us?
I'm glad I ran into you in Concord. I think you're going to turn out to be the right choice to lead the Minutemen.
That's all for now.
Okay. I think I got something over here.
Hmm?
Nothing to worry about.
Sorry. Should have just run.
Anything useful?
Heads up.
Point it out. You want to swap supplies? No problem.
Mr. Finch.
I can't believe it. We won. We couldn't have done it without your help. The Minutemen came through for us, and we won't forget it.
Heads up.
Go ahead.
What else have you got for me, Preston?
I've gotten word about a settlement that's being threatened by raiders.
Reporter could consider themselves a success. And
I'm gonna run some
good
diagnostics while you
Me?
tinker.
I'm very
Take your time.
Here's a bit of news concerning the Vault of the Commonwealth.
Been too long since I picked a fight.
Vault 81.
Nothing stays hidden forever.
So,
At least, not if I have my say.
apparently they've suffered from some sort of disease outbreak in there. I guess maybe it's a good thing they don't open the door much. But I shouldn't think. It was evidently pretty serious.
I say,
All
where are we headed?
sides of what they're going through. I have seen reports of some fatalities, but my understanding is that things are now under control. Perhaps you bump into someone from Vault 81, don't worry. They're probably not contagious. This one is Danny Kaye, singing about civilization.
Play your cards right, and you stand to make a whole lot of money. this show on the road.
Plenty of folks want to make life hard for people just trying to survive. I'm not willing to stand for that kind of shit.
I'd kill for a drink. When you think of it, I have. Walk 100 miles if I knew there was a pile of caps waiting for me at the end.
If someone needs help, we help them. If someone needs hurting, we hurt them. It's not hard.
This is a far cry from working with the gunners. Glad that's behind me.
Not sure how much of this fresh air and sunshine I can handle.
You
A bar
managed
around
to be
here
so
somewhere.
resilient, to cling to life despite all of this. It is the duty of us all
Access
to
to Grant.
further that survival.
Hell, I have a ton of them.
The world's always gonna have tyrants. If I go my way, less.
The influx of data is hard to process. Apologies if sometimes I
Anytime you want me
make
to
little
carry
sense.
some of that
I will
valuable
work
gear
on
you're
this.
lugging, just let me know.
What's the angle here?
Nice.
Look alive.
Okay, this is what I've got.
I might want to focus on the valuable side.
Let's get this over.
I'll make it quick.
We've got this.
Right, that's over.
What was that?
Wait. Found it.
Playing games with me, huh?
Sweet.
Only a
No sign of
coward.
him now. Let's go eat. I'm starving.
You can eat when I'm damn sure we're not about to get jumped.
I got it. Jesus. Why are you always in such a bad mood?
That's why I'm still alive, and since I gotta rely on your sorry ass to watch my back, that's why I'm trying to keep you alive too. Enough yapping already. Somebody could be sneaking up on us right now.
Don't get. What the hell was that?
Hold up.
You thought you'd heard everything, folks. There are tales being told about a very strange-looking machine being built out there in the Commonwealth. Your friend Travis here has yet to learn what this thing is for, but I can tell you, the wackiest version I've heard so far is that this thing is supposed to somehow contact the Institute. Now, I don't think I believe that, but if it's true, and you feel that you can hear me, look down the road. It'll only end badly. Anyone else out there knows what that thing does? Come see your old friend Travis Miles. Up to date. Now here's another one from Bing Crosby. His pistol packing armor.
Who's that?
I'll find you. Someone's out there. There you are, you son of a fucking pig! Ah!
they aren't gonna need that anymore.
Pam needs you in her room.
Excuse me.
How do you even fit down here in that?
Oh man, you actually inside the Institute? That's insane. You? Just you? You must not be afraid of heights with all the work on the Mila project. We got the Commonwealth wired up, my friend. I'm big enough to admit it. So the Institute terraforming the planet theory didn't pan out. But with a few modifications, I can see if someone's messing with the tectonic stability of the Commonwealth.
I'm very busy.
Confirming presence of rogue variable. Dispensing data. There are 3 independent reports of Courser activity. Analysis completed, based on target's activity pattern, location, and suspected trajectory. Conclusion. The Institute is actively looking for railroad assets. Stopgap solution. Terminate Courser threats whenever possible.
Wouldn't killing a Courser blow my cover?
2 facts. Fact 1. If Rogue Variable leaves no survivors, chance of undercover mission being compromised is 1.3%. Railroad Alpha has deemed this an acceptable level of risk to preserve the current railroad organization construct. Fact 2. Only agents of designated subclass Heavy capable of eliminating Courser threat. target, designated Courser Alpha, is in a defended location with lower generation synth targets. Eliminate Courser variable, leaving no survivors. End of discussion. Human-machine interface set to 100%. Hello, Agent. I could use your help in acquiring another DIA cache. I see.
Did the DIA have a lot of these caches?
Exact number of caches is unknown. A small percent of my processing power is dedicated to analyzing stored records and breaking its encryption. Pausing human-machine interface. Pausing human-machine interface.
I can recover it.
Location of cache being transmitted to your Pip-Boy. Conversation terminated.
Deacon's record is the best.
Pam.
You can learn a lot.
Systems locked.
Look alive.
Building
What is it?
statistical model.
Just
for
curious what you're
operation.
thinking.
I hear a lot of talk about the railroad, helping free synths and all that. They don't sound too bad.
Nothing else for now.
No problem.
You're the real deal. You actually made it inside the Institute.
Hey, Doc.
I still can't believe Dez assigned you to our HQ.
Well, I did risk my neck to recover your prototype.
Be that as it may, put simply, you shouldn't be here. It isn't a question of competence, it's a simple matter of security.
So you must be the head of the unwelcoming committee.
Charming. Since you're one of us now, might as well try to keep you alive. If you need patching up, see me.
Good to know.
Word to the wise. Be prepared to improvise. You may find your operational orders lacking.
You're obviously one of the smartest people here. What do you really mean by that?
No one doubts Desdemona is, inspirational. But let's just say strategy may not be her forte.
Is Desdemona really a problem, then?
Not so much that, as there are perhaps better solutions. When planning a mission, a certain degree of clinical detachment can be invaluable.
Provided by someone like you.
As the third senior-most member of our organization, I do have the honor of participating in the planning of our missions. But my counsel is not always heeded. Focus on the objective. Everything else is just a distraction. Good luck.
I just heard the most fascinating rumor. The story goes that you actually found the Institute. Been there and back again. Sounds crazy, right?
It's all true.
Deacon says you used teleportation. I can't imagine. You must feel justifiably proud of what your Minutemen have achieved in such a short time. Eventually, the Minutemen will devise their own plan to deal with the Institute. But I doubt your soldiers will place any priority on rescuing the synths inside. I'm counting on you being as passionate about freeing synths as we are. Please, work with us instead.
You think the Minutemen won't help the synths?
The Minutemen are a reflection of the character of the Commonwealth people. And time again, that character has been proven to be rotten. The synths are tangible receptacles of their hatred of the Institute. Order them to help, and they'd mutiny.
I'll stick with my people in the Minutemen.
Of course I'm disappointed. But hopefully in time you'll come around. The fate of the synths depends on it.
Glad you're with us. You might want to flush your system with Radaway before your hair falls out.
Make sure you're never followed here. It's all our asses if you are.
Oh man, you actually inside the Institute? That's insane. You? Just you.
You from one of those vaults? You got too many
You need
teeth to be a
anything?
scaver.
Show me what you got.
Take a look.
I'm afraid I'm not much use in a fight anymore. Back in
Hey, folks used to call me Murphy the Map Woman.
You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
Make sure to spread the word that the Minutemen are ready to help anyone who needs it.
Sure, sure. Hey, it was awfully nice to meet you.
Bye. Just point me to it.
Excuse me.
Another settlement has sent word that they need our help. Here's the location. Get there as soon as you can. We promised them we'd be there when they needed us.
Tell the good doc what's wrong. Spend your caps, and I'll make it all better.
I'm glad you're here. We've been having some trouble with raiders.
Tell me what's going on.
They showed up in force a few days ago. There were too many of them. We had to give them what they wanted. They said as long as we kept paying them tribute, they'd leave us alone. At least we know where they're hiding out. Here, I'll mark it on your map.
Don't worry. I'll take care of those raiders for you.
Thanks. It'll be a relief not to have to worry about them.
Too many miles on the road. At least the pay is terrible.
Okay, what am I doing? You have a minute?
What is it?
When we first met, I admit, I had my doubts about you, but you've done nothing but impress me. You're just who the Minutemen needed to bring us back from the brink.
Why do you care so much what happens to the Minutemen?
When I was a kid, the Minutemen were my heroes. They were the only good guys around, really. When I turned 17, I joined up with Ezra Hollis's company. He was one of the good ones. Really believed in the old-time Minuteman way. We had a few good years there. I felt like I was part of something bigger than me. Like I was really helping make the Commonwealth a better place.
If things were so great back then, how did it all fall apart so fast?
I'm sure there was a lot I didn't see or know enough to pay attention to. You know, the politics and rivalries and bad blood between the different groups. I guess General Becker was able to keep a lid on it, keep everyone more or less on the same team. But after he was killed, it all came out in the open. I couldn't believe it at first. These guys were supposed to be Minutemen. They were supposed to put their duty to the people ahead of everything else. You probably think I was pretty naive, huh? I guess I was. Still am, too. Even after everything, I still believe that the Minutemen can be what I always thought they were. The good guys.
We are the good guys.
We're doing our best. And a lot of it has to do with your example. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, thanks. Anyway, I appreciate you taking the time to listen.
Anything else?
No, that was it. We probably better get back to it. Sure that's worth taking with us?
That was the 5 shot.
can hide? Show your face. Come on.
They're dug in pretty good. Nothing we can't handle, though. Sure. Here's my supply.
Hell yeah! Boom, boom, baby!
To avoid delays, do not hold the door.
Hey.
So can we stop worrying about paying tribute to those raiders?
They won't be bothering you again.
Thanks. It's good to know we can count on you guys when we're in trouble.
Hey.
I'm listening.
Any new trouble spots?
I've fought the Gunners before, and something tells me this was just them probing their defenses. They're gonna need your help.
constantly trying to kill us, but Commonwealth never lacks. You have a good sleep. I know I did.
Should be a fine day for a walk.
That should do
Sure.
it.
And what am I supposed to wear?
Let's hope his grandma got the help she needed. Non-stop music and all the latest news. This is Dynasty. For anyone coming back to Diamond City from a trip out to Commonwealth, this one's for you.
You know what I call a good thing? One that
You have no idea
what it's been like scrounging around for 2 centuries with this ugly mug.
I gave up alcohol after settling down here. Doctor said I shot my liver.
You just say the word if you want to take a little chem break. So, you ready to get...
You got what it takes to go far with us. I can tell.
You just say the word if you want to take a little chem break.
We must find the men of science and institutes of learning. Surely they are out there still.
think by now we're all used to a little weirdness every once in a while. This tidbit really takes the cake. And you gotta believe me when I say, I'm not making this up. There have been reports of dead series. The Chinese submarine coming off the coast, heading out to sea. How long it's been here, and what it's been up to, are anyone's guess, but I think we should all be thankful it's apparently on its way out. Like I said, hard to believe. But there you have it, folks, the latest, craziest news from Diamond City Radio. If you've ever been in love, then you know how this one feels. It's the X-Files.
There's no sport to spilling blood if the person ain't earned it. Lucky for us, the Commonwealth provides.
An open road and a loaded weapon. Doesn't get much better than this.
You know, things are looking up. I can feel it this time.
the deal, right?
Please, let me see and scan as many indigenous life forms as possible.
I don't mind hoofing it as long as there's some excitement at the end of the road. Let me know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load. Or, you know, if you need anything proofread.
Stay sharp. Don't let your guard down.
Hope you enjoyed that last number.
The world's always gonna have problems. My way.
Heads up. Okay, this is what I've got.
Now, folks, I'm sure you've all seen or heard about the latest issue of Public Occurrences. Some bold claims by our intrepid reporter. Since
What are you gonna do with that?
Figure out a good use.
very serious implications. Wouldn't you agree? The mayor's office has, of course, issued a statement denying the validity of the article, saying all, well,
may be constantly trying to kill us, but
Mayor himself.
Commonwealth never lacks
Unfound.
Too quiet. I always wanted to say that.
Never a dull moment here at Diamond City Radio. Here's a throwback to simpler times, when folks actually went looking for radioactive material. It's Elton Britton with Uranium.
Never thought a reporter could consider themselves a success until someone threatened their life. Me? I'm very successful.
So where are we off to next? Yes, me darling. It is hard to determine whether the surface is more or less susceptible to outbreaks, but a preparation plan is never a bad idea.
If you work, you eat. It's as simple as that.
Nothing stays hidden forever. At least, not if I have my say.
Please, just... wait. You're not with the Gunners. Are you here to help us out?
I'm here to help. What's the problem?
It's the Gunners. We caught a group of them sneaking around a few days ago and had a bit of a dust-up. They ran off too easy once they saw we were gonna fight back. Gunners never back down that quickly. If you can help us shore up our defenses, it sure would help us out a ton.
Heads up.
Just point me to it.
Hey.
What's on your mind?
What's on your mind?
Best way to deal with the Brotherhood of Steel is to stay out of their way.
How do you think things are between us?
I think you've got what it takes to be a great leader. But you still have to prove yourself.
That's all.
Okay.
What? Jumpy tonight. What's that noise?
Excuse me.
Yeah, take that. We won. You Minutemen really know how to bring the fight. We won't forget what you've done for us.
Let's trade some things.
Sure.
We're not gonna make very good time with being so loaded down.
Look alive.
Go ahead.
Hey, Preston. What can I do to help?
Sounds like they're trying to stand up to some raiders. It's a good chance to show how much better things could be if we'd all stick together.
Need something?
I hope you're here to help.
That's right. What's the trouble here?
Some raiders have been threatening us if we didn't give them supplies. We told them to take a flying leap. Now that we had the Minutemen backing us up. But they didn't seem too impressed. Said they'd be back with their friends to make an example out of us. We're not soldiers. We're hoping you can help us to set up some defenses before it's too late.
Hey there, friend. Preston Garber, Commonwealth Minute.
Good to see you. Makes me feel safer having you fellas around. We could sure use some help defending this place.
Don't worry. You can count on the Minutemen. Did you see that? We've got company.
We did it! I was afraid we were making a mistake trying to stand up to those bastards, but the Minutemen came through for us.
Look alive.
What do you need?
Got anything else for me, Garvey?
But they're worried the super mutants will come back in force. You better get over there before it's too late.
Need to get back to... Diamond City one of these days. Biggest town I ever saw.
Always was a little jealous of folks who could craft something other than most folks are just looking for a hand. All you gotta do is offer.
Let's go get some bad guys.
I wonder if there are any meteorologists about. I hope it does not rain.
It'll definitely be easier to see our targets in the daytime.
I wonder what has happened elsewhere. Is what has befallen the Commonwealth atypical, less extreme, more?
There's no sport to spilling blood if a person ain't earned it. And for us, the Commonwealth provides.
Mother Nature never ceases to be amazed.
So, you ready to get this show on the road?
Devastation, the sunrise is still quite impressive.
What it? Need something?
Your thoughts?
It must have been amazing, flying in a plane.
Anything you want to talk about?
I've worn out a lot of shoe leather since I joined the Minutemen.
How are you feeling about things?
We'd better be careful. These old airports are usually radiated all to hell.
What are you thinking about?
You probably think you're doing your best, but I know that you can do better.
That was it.
Okay.
In my experience, hot...
Attention. Bravo 6-4, report to Armor Bay 2. Bravo 6-4 to Armor Bay 2.
No matter how many battles we win, there's always another fight ahead of us.
Ad Victoriam, brother.
With Liberty Prime back in action, this war's as good as won. Now, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for some firepower.
Sure, I've got something that'll put a smile on your face. Here.
I wouldn't get for a gun right now.
If you're looking for another safe haven, there's shelter and supplies at the police station in Cambridge.
Non-stop music and all the latest news. This is Diamond City Radio. Kick back and enjoy one from 5 stars. This.
I have something urgent to report, Elder. The Institute is attempting to recover escaped synths at Bunker Hill.
Lancer Captain Kells is one of the finest officers I've ever had the pleasure of serving under.
so since the bombs.
Nights like this, a warm spot with a cold beer would be heaven.
Wynonie Harris, folks. Let's hope his grandma got the help she needed. Yet another bit of news from the world outside Diamond City. Folks, I'm going to tell you a little story about a boy named Billy. Now, Billy lives here in the Commonwealth and wasn't spared the harsh realities of that life any more than the rest of us. He found himself separated from his family, but then he managed to run into the Vault Dweller. I'm happy to report that with the Vault Dweller's help, Billy was reunited with his family. Stories with happy endings don't come along all too often, so I hope this one put a smile on your face. I know it did for me. Keep it tuned here, folks, to Diamond City Radio. Sentimental or sappy? Here's one more tomorrow, folks. You make the call.